Hey, welcome back. This is, I think, the fourth video where we're just continuing to do some triangle proofs. This one is a bit more complex of a figure, but essentially we're trying to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Okay. So angle 1 is right here. It's this acute angle next to point H, and angle 2 is this other acute angle next to point F. In order to prove that these two angles are congruent, we're going to have to prove that the triangles that they belong to are congruent. Okay, so one triangle I see is this triangle. Okay, so angle 1 belongs to the pink triangle, and angle 2 belongs to this blue triangle. So I can already see that they have one pair of congruent angles, right? It's already marked. They have one pair of congruent sides, okay? So I want to see if I can maybe find another pair of angles or another pair of sides that are congruent. Okay. Well, look right here at point J, right? Point J, we have two intersecting lines, okay? Which means we have vertical angles. Okay? In other words, the angle to the left of point J is going to be congruent to the angle to the right of point J, okay? Because of vertical angles. Okay, and now I see an angle side angle pattern, right? Angle side angle pattern. Okay. So this is what the proof might look like. Okay, we'll do statements over here and reasons over there. Okay. So first we might say, let's number these other angles. So let's call this angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Okay, so I want to use the angle side angle pattern. So I'm going to do angle side angle, and then I'll say that the triangles are congruent. Okay. So we can say angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Okay, that was given. Okay, for the side, it's JG and JI. JG is congruent to JI. That was also given. The marks are already there. And then we found the next pair of angles ourselves. We looked at point J. We said, hey, look, there's some vertical angles. All right, so angle 5 is congruent to angle 6. And we'll write vertical angles theorem. All right. And so now we can say that the blue and the pink triangles are congruent. Okay. We can name the blue triangle JGF. Triangle JGF is congruent to, and then we would have to name the pink triangle in the same order. So I went from the double arc to the single arc to the non-arc. So double, single, non. G-I-H. Triangle, sorry, J-I-H. Okay, and the reason here is angle side angle. Angle side angle theorem. Okay. So now that we've established that these two triangles, the blue and the pink, are congruent, that would mean any pair of corresponding parts would be congruent, specifically the angles 2 and the angle 1. Okay, those two angles are corresponding, so they're going to be congruent as well. Okay, so angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and the reason, once again, just like in the previous proofs, CPCTC, right? CPCTC, CPCTC. Okay, which stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay. Once we establish the triangles are congruent, then we can claim any pair of corresponding parts would be congruent as well.